It's time to cover Spawn issue number 14. Let's go. The first page starts off with the Violator talking about how his boss was pretty much the toughest boss of all time, and how he is a legend. We then realize that he's talking to a bunch of alleyway punk-ass kids, and he's saying how he has thousands of legendary tales and shit like that. Then the kids are like, come on, give me a break. You only see that shit in the movies. So no one really believes him, obviously. The Violator then says, hey, I gave you the courtesy of listening to your stories about your heroes. Now you should listen to mine. And then they say, nah, we're just gonna get out of here. But he says, you know what, usually I'd kill you punks. You know, shit like that, because he's the fucking Violator. And then he's like, you know what, but I'll just give you some money instead. Then they're like, oh shit, I guess we'll stay, because they have money, you know. The Violator then starts off his story with Medieval Spawn, a tale from 800 years ago. And he's stating how this Spawn was evil and all of this stuff, but obviously he's lying because this Spawn was a hero. He also manipulates a story about when he arrived at the village and how they treated him respectfully, they fed him, they gave him all the news on the Hellspawn's whereabouts, but what actually happened is he came into the town and fucking devoured everybody. After that, he mentions the mother of the Hellspawn. Now, it's not actually his mother and he's lying about all of this, but he describes her as an ugly ass, mole-covered witch. And then the kids are like, wait, you're from heaven? And he's like, no, try the other direction. Meanwhile, at the police precinct, Sam is super happy for being out of internal probation. Because, you know, Billy Kincaid was strung up in his office like a fucking Halloween decoration. He's even throwing Twitch around. Twitch is saying, watch the ribs, you know. And then Sam says, what do you think the first thing I'm gonna do once we get out onto the streets? And Twitch says, find the man with the red cape. And he's like, damn right. Then Sam walks out of the office and Twitch even mentions how he has a donut stuck to his ass. In the alley, Spawn is reflecting on his actions because he's finally at a time where he can just sit down and think about what he's done. And he realizes that he's been letting all of his anger just dictate everything he does, and how this is making him reckless. Sam and Twitch drive down the alleyways to get some info on where Spawn is. Then they say they know nothing, obviously, but they see a glimpse of Spawn as he's walking around a corner. You know, he's kind of being a little obvious here. He's in his own zone, daydreaming. Then Spawn realizes real quick that they're there, and he starts running away. And Sam and Twitch go after him, but by the time they get there, Spawn's gone and up on a building. Back to the Violator's story, he's talking about the mean mother witch, which she actually isn't his mother. She's his wife or girlfriend, and she's a baddie, alright? She's a bad bitch. She ain't ugly. And the Violator describes how he had to get through armies and hordes of enemies to actually enter her lair, to fight her and all that shit, when the truth is he just came and invaded her house and just took her out of it to, you know, lure the Hellspawn to him. This obviously gets Medieval Spawn's attention. He arrives, then he says, fight me like a man, you coward, because the Violator is hiding behind Medieval Spawn's wife. Then the Violator comes out. They have a little battle. The Violator makes it sound way more epic than it is, because what actually happens is the Hellspawn kind of defeats the Violator a little bit by having his horse kick him. Then the Hellspawn escapes for a little while. He hides in the shadows. He arrives, and then the Violator just burns him to death with hellfire spewing out of his mouth like a dragon. The Violator mentions how he went to look inside of the suit to see what remains, and the kids were all anxious to hear what it was, but when he looked inside of the suit, he found nothing because the dude was fucking incinerated. Then he laughs it off. And that's the end of Spawn issue number 14. Like the video if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy the video, you must kick puppies, you sick bastard. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.